Hi, my Cocoa Pebbles. It's Empress Coco, and I'm back. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And if this is not your first time here, and if you're also a subscriber, I cannot talk, a subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. And we're going to go ahead and see what is the tea today, okay? This is just an energy read, and we're going to see what's going on, okay? All right, Spirit, first card out for us. What is the angel number for my collective? All right, so you all could be seeing this number, but it could be relevant in some kind of way. I'll go ahead and read the card. We have 2121, and the title is Energy Levels. This is so funny because that's basically what I've been channeling, and that's what's been in the energy lately. But we have prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, and the opposite sex. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain, focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. That is kind of like the energy that I got. It was maybe a few readings ago, if you go back and read, listen to my message. I think it was last Friday. But yeah, basically where I always say that you have to take the stairs. You can't take the elevator or the escalators. It's energy levels to it, okay? So we're going to see what comes out, and yeah, let's go from there. I'll go with the tarot first. Spirit, what is the first message out for my collective? And sorry, y'all look like a bum today. I still have my bonnet on, my work clothes. It's been a long day. Okay. So with the Eight of Cups here, you all could be definitely walking away from something. You could be withdrawing and changing some things up. So you could be walking away from some things that could have held you back in the past. You could be letting go of old patterns, old, what's the word I'm thinking of? Old ways of thinking. It could also be the fact that you're willing to abandon situation. So person, place, or things that may have held you back in your life, you're willing to walk away. You are willing to now put in the work. So some of you all could be focusing on new talents, things that could make you prosperous, things that could help you pour into yourself, but not only that, pour into other people. You could be laying the groundwork or the foundation, or you could have already done that and you could be making progress. Looking at this card, I'm seeing progress as the pentacles go up. So you all could definitely be perfecting some things or adding some quality to some things that you've already brought into fruition. Okay. And you could be paying a lot of attention to minor things that could be details that could elevate, say, a product or some type of craft that you're working on, or even if it's a business, you could be tweaking some things. Okay, so with the Page of Pentacles here, you could definitely be someone who is, like I said, manifesting something new. You could be new at this. So it could be something that you don't have knowledge in or much knowledge in. So that's another way you could be perfecting. You could be getting advice from people. You could be doing research. Excuse me. And you could also be doing like some type of studying as well. Okay. So here with the Three of Wands, you could definitely, like I said, that's funny that they came out. Like I said, you could be working with people. You could be looking for some type of assistance. You could be going into partnership with like-minded people or people that are wanting to achieve the same goals as yourself. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. So whatever you went through, the worst part is over. So you could have been stuck in a situation, but now with the Nine of Cups, you are being fulfilled in every way possible, whether it's emotionally, financially, spiritually, mentally, in every way possible. You are elevating and pouring into yourself. All right, Spirit, give me more, please. I hope everyone is doing well today. Happy Friday. Yep. See, with the Seven of Pentacles here, you could be working on something from the past. So something that you could have started on before, or something that you have not been consistent with. You could have, finally made the decision to get back into it. So you could be adding to that craft, or you could definitely be investing more time. So maybe you're a busy person. You could be in school, or you could be, working and doing school, for example, or working more than one job. Or you could just be a person with a busy life. You could be a mother, a father. You could even be taking care of your parents, or whatever the case is. Take what resonates. But you finally are able to pour in more time into your craft to, make it successful. See? Here with the Ace of Pentacles as I split the deck. So it's definitely something that is going to be like a new opportunity, or something that you have been manifesting. So yeah, I'm getting like similar energy like the last reading. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so here with the Eight of Swords, this could apply to you. You could have felt stuck. You know that you're not stuck, but maybe you weren't feeling motivated, or maybe you've had so much on your plate to where you were not able to really maneuver in life like you wanted to, because your time was limited, or you could have had other obligations. You also could have been emotionally depleted or spiritually depleted, where you felt stuck and you could have been low on energy, and you could have felt that you couldn't move forward for whatever reason. But I feel like with this Chariot energy here, this is something that you're going to feel is changing overnight. And it may not necessarily be overnight, literally, but it's not going to take as long as you think to elevate, or for something to, turn into a victory for you. Here with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, you could be, uniting with people or celebrating. This may not be a marriage necessarily, or a relationship, but you could be, coming into, what's the word I'm looking for? You all could be coming into a season where, like I said, you are with like-minded people. So you all could be building a community, or you could be building some type of foundation where you all are working towards something. So let's see. Spirit, give me more. Okay. So as long as you have patience here with the Knight of Pentacles and keep it steady, what's the saying? I'm not good at remembering some sayings, but slow and steady wins the race. So basically, even if it's turtle movement, as long as you're not stuck in place, it's something that will still, bring you to a point of celebration, a point of applause. You will be able to look back, because every little bit of effort that you put in is a step forward. So even if it's not as much work that you want to put in at one time, even if it's just a little bit, it's okay. As long as you don't stop. This is something here with the King of Pentacles that will be able to bring you a lot of wealth. You all may be starting a new business or stepping into some type of leadership. This is something that will bring you security. So like I said, it could be a new business. It could be, I just heard, new school, new pharmacy. So I don't know if you all are working as teachers, or you're actually like building some type of school, or if you're working in a pharmacy, or you're going to school for pharmaceuticals. Here with this King of Wands energy, you all are born leaders. You were made to do this. So you all could be very influential. And even if you are not at a point where you have gotten things completely off the ground, people already know that you're destined to be some type of boss, somebody of leadership, someone who's very ambitious, someone who's able to be a mentor and guide other people. So you all could definitely be influencers in some type of way. And this doesn't have to be influencers on social media per se, but a life influencer or some type of mentor. Here with the Queen of Wands, you all could definitely be creative. You could definitely be intuitive or be visionary. So you all could be someone who can vision something and you take the steps to work toward it. You could be very compassionate as well. So you're willing to take other people under your wing to be a mentor to them as well and to help them improve in life. So I'm getting that with you being influential, you could have had people that you could have people that have similar backgrounds or similar stories regarding you all's past, and they're able to look up to you to know that they are able to change their future. With the Ace of Cups here, we have creative inspiration. So yes, you are someone who will work towards something where you have an overflow of abundance, where you're not pouring from an empty cup. So you're able to pour into yourself, but you're also able to pour into others. So you're not depleting yourself. You're not taking away from yourself. You're always able to add to your new beginnings. What else am I getting? So some of you all, like I said, could be working toward things that will bring you windfalls of money. And it's going to be more than what your hand can hold. So basically, whatever you're asking for, I'm getting that you're going to be blessed beyond measure. So you are willing with this full energy here. You may not have always been in this mindset, but you are more than willing to achieve a new beginning. You're more on your adventurous side. You're a free spirit. You are not, basically following the crowd. You're willing to go the other way to see what that success brings you. So I'm getting that you are moving beyond limitations. So some of you all could have had limits, or you could have thought with the Ace of Swords here that you had limitations that will block you or be in your way. But I'm getting that you're able to move around those things. Here with the Ace of Wands, you could definitely be artistic. I think I did say something about art earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But you could be very artistic. You could be someone who's very creative. You are in control of your life, so you are definitely working on your expansion. And you're not just going off of potential. You know that you have potential, but you are actually putting in the work to show that potential can be a start of something, but it's definitely not the end. Because sometimes people can have potential and it never goes anywhere, but you're basically going to be a success story to prove otherwise. So here, all right, with the Six of Cups here, you could definitely be dealing with some past energies. You could have definitely been happy in the past, but you could have realized that these things did not bring you a lot of kindness that can go into the future, or these memories that you have with a nostalgic person, place, or thing cannot go into your future. So like even with the last reading I got, you do reflect on the past, but you realize that it's something that can't go with you, but it also just reminds you of how far you've come on your journey. You could definitely be a mother, or you could be someone who's manifesting things and very creative, and you're very abundant. You could also be someone who's very stable and very grounded. You could also be down to earth, where you are relatable. You're not someone who thinks you're high and mighty where you can't relate to other people. You may not be in that same space per se, but you can say, hey, I've been there before, but I'm not there now. Or I used to think like that. I used to do that. And sorry for the background noise, my neighbors. Don't get me started. But anyway, you can relate to other people just by letting them know, hey, I was there before. I've experienced that before, but that is not where I am now, or that is not my future. So here you could definitely be with this Knight of Wands energy. You could definitely be goal-oriented. You could be very fiery. Some of you all could be fire signs. I told you all I don't really go off of signs and readings because I feel like we get stuck on signs, and if I feel like it's significant, I'll announce it. But we get so stuck where, like, if we listen to a reading about success, and if you don't hear your sign, you automatically feel like, oh, that doesn't apply to me. But energy changes. So I don't really get stuck on, oh, this is an Aries, this is a Libra, this is an Aquarius. Like, no, if I feel called, I'll say it. If not, that's just not what I do here. But you could be, what was I saying? Very fiery. So you know, could have gotten some fire under your butt now where you're able to get moving. You could be very, how can I say it? I'm going to say flashy, but not flashy as in like trying to be seen flashy. I mean, like whatever this abundance is that is going to come your way, you're not going to be able to hide it, basically. So it's going to look like you're being flashy, but you're really not. People who have a negative mindset, they're going to think that you're being flashy or you're doing the most. But it's not that. Remember, I said here that you're going to be blessed beyond measure. You're not going to be able to hide it. It's going to, basically, it's going to be in you, not on you, but it's going to be in you. You're going to be, you know, smiling, and your glow is going to be so bright, and your aura is going to speak for itself. You're going to walk into a room and you're not even going to have to say anything. I'm channeling right now. You're not going to even have to say anything. When you walk in, your aura is going to speak volume. So people are automatically going to believe that, oh, so-and-so is flashy. So-and-so thinks they're this. So-and-so thinks they're that. And that's not the case. It's just that when you have a glow, you know, you really can't hide it. And not only that, I just heard or got the message, favor is not fair, and it's not. So there are going to be some people, why you? How were you able to do it? Or why wasn't I chosen for that? Why wasn't I picked for that? Favor isn't fair. Take it up with God, honey. I put in the work. I did my part. I asked for these things, and God saw fit of me being deserving of it. Point blank, period. You all don't have to explain anymore. Like I said, favor is not fair. Take it up with God. I have nothing to do with that. You know, I do, but at the same time, you don't have to speak on your behalf. You don't. Ooh, baby. With the Nine of Swords, you all are going to have people in your head, people that are going to be anxious. Here with the Six of Cups, people, places, and things are really going to feel some type of way. They're going to feel anxious, stuck in their head. They're going to be suffering in silence. Why you and not me? Why you and not me? What did she do to deserve that? What did he do to deserve that? Then I'm also getting that people from your past that may have wronged you in any kind of way, they're going to be guilty because they want to be a part of this. Now they're going to have conflict within themselves, or some of them are even going to feel like they want to compete. They're going to feel like they can block you, but I'm getting it's not going to work. They're going to try to take you off course. It's not going to work. Try again, baby. These could have been people that could have been very decisive. These are people who did not choose you. People who made you feel like you were left out. They always put you on the back burner. They always made you feel less than. They always made you feel like you weren't good enough. They always made you feel like you weren't, what's the word? You weren't the part. You weren't. But now, with the Nine of Pentacles, baby, real sad. that you can stand alone. You're going to have a life of luxury. You're going to have a life of security. You're not going to have a hard life, which means you won't have to, basically, I don't want to offend anyone, because working a 9 to 5 is not bad. I work a 9 to 5, but my goal is to not work a 9 to 5 until I retire. But if other people are okay with that, it's okay. So I don't ever want to down a 9 to 5. If someone chooses that, because that could be their purpose in life. If someone chooses that path, they're entitled to that. Just like if someone chooses to take a different path, they're entitled to that. But the point I'm making is you're going to be able to do things that bring you happiness, where you can make money in your sleep. The work that you do, you're going to enjoy. It's not going to feel like a chore. You're not going to wake up and, oh, I don't feel like doing this today. Oh, I don't have the energy for this today. You're going to work and it's not going to feel like work. So you are securing a bag and you are doing it all by yourself. And like, especially if you're single, like I was saying earlier with the 4 of Wands, this doesn't necessarily mean marriage or relationship, but you are all by yourself and abundant. So people are probably wondering that too. Remember in the last reading, I said, some people depend on other people. They may have a spouse. They may not even want to be with that spouse or that person. But because this person gives them money, but because this person goes 50-50 with them, because they know, oh, if I don't split bills with this person, I can't do it by myself. I'll be out on the street, or I'll have to move back in with my mother, or I'll have to move in with my sister, my brother, my cousin, or hell, I might even have to sleep in my car. Some people or with other people because of what they can do for them. They're not necessarily happy. So even their relationships, their bonds can feel like chores. Where, yes, I don't want to be here. I'm not happy. Or their jobs could feel like chores. I don't want to be here. I'm not happy. But this is what pays the bills. She do it for me. As far as my wallet, he do it for me. As far as my wallet. Like, there are people, you will be amazed of how many people are in situations that they don't want to be in, but because they feel obligated to conform, that's where they remain. Yeah. So with the Page of Swords here, yeah, they're going to be watching you, sweetie. People from your past are going to be spying on you, wondering how you're so skilled, wondering how you've manifested these things. You may have told them some things that you were looking into, bringing into fruition into your future. And they probably thought you were crazy because they didn't see it for themselves. But you're proving them wrong. Now, in this temperance energy, you have found balance. You're able, like I said earlier, to pour into yourself and pour into other people. You're doing everything in moderation. You're not overgiving. You're not overstimulated. You're not overthinking. You're not overindulging. Even if it's something that's positive, you're putting you first. You're not overdoing things for people, places, and things, and then putting yourself last. You're doing everything to keep yourself balanced and in harmony. Thank you, Spirit. So here with this Ace of Swords, you all have a new beginning. So you could have had some clarity on something. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I'm feeling called to read this, but it could have been, it could be a love situation for some of you all. But either way, it was a third-party situation. So it could have been a person, place, or thing that could have interfered with a situation that you may have been in. And like I said, it could have affected you in the past, but you're no longer in that energy. So these blocks that could have come in between you and family, you and a lover, you and a job, whatever, take what resonates, whatever it is, you have clarity now. You were able to break through that. So there was some type of, oh, wow. Before I could even get it out good and I split the deck, I was going to say, there's some type of truth that has come to light. So now that you have some, okay, this reading is taking me somewhere else now. So there could be some type of truth or breakthrough that could have come into light. And you basically, yeah, left the past in the past. Oh, wow. All right, so with the Six of Wands energy, you are definitely being watched. So you could be getting recognition from other people. They could be seeing how you've changed for the good in your life and how you're making progress, how you're no longer in maybe a past energy that you were in. You all could be receiving some good news as well. Okay. So here you all are very magnetic. So things are coming to you. So with you manifesting, I'm getting that you're not having to work hard. It's coming to you. Anything that is meant to be is not something that you have to chase. You do the work and it comes to you. It's something that you can call in. And then you are no longer, if you were in this situation, in a state of lack. Or this could also apply for people that you've had to walk away from, people, places, and things, because they juggled you. So I'm getting that some people may not have saw, I did say potential earlier, they may not have saw your potential at that time. Okay, so here with the King of Swords, you could definitely be a professional in your field. So people are going to look to you for advice. You could be training people. You could definitely be someone of authority, or you could be in some type of like government or a law. You could be affiliated with that in some type of way. And here with the Moon card, so like I said, with the Ace of Swords that came out earlier, you've received some type of clarity on some things that may have been revealed. And it may not have been anything super deep, but you just realize that you've had to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer served you, that no longer had your best interests at heart. And in order for you to have the abundance that you deserve, you realize that everyone couldn't go with you and you had to cut some things out. Okay, too many cards, Spirit. You've realized that you've had to cut some things out. And you followed your intuition. Spirit, give me more. All right, so here in this Hangman energy, I'm getting that you were in an energy where you were thinking about the different things that you could do to move from a situation. So you probably went on a retreat. You probably got quiet. People probably thought you fell off. So I'm getting that you probably didn't really post on social media. You probably didn't hang out a whole lot. You probably stayed to yourself. And you probably didn't participate in certain things when people called you, hey, girl, you want to hang out? You want to go out? No, you were putting in work with manifesting, writing, journaling, doing research. Whatever you do toward whatever you're working on, you were putting in work. You didn't have time to, get off course. And once you went within, you realized that you had to move away from persons. Or not persons, people, places, and things. You had to move away, because if you would have stayed stuck, there would have been people in your life who are not deserving to be in your energy. And this card will not get away from me. I've shuffled this deck at least 2 extra times since I've seen this card the first time. And this card will not get away. Whatever this third-party situation was, it could have put a damper between you and someone or something, and it could have caused conflict or some type of situation. This is at the bottom of the deck. So you all have discovered that there was some type of betrayal, some type of loss, something that was an empty success or an empty victory. So you basically chose yourself and you walked away. That's why the Six of Swords was at the bottom of the deck that I just showed you all. Now, everybody cannot sit at your table, boo-boo. With the Nine of Wands here, you are very defensive. You're defending your territory. And I don't mean, maybe I shouldn't say defensive, but you are defending your territory. You know your worth. You know what's yours. You're protecting your peace. You're protecting things that you've worked for at all costs. And here with the Knight of Swords, you are very brave. You have the courage to move forward and move fast. So I'm getting that you no longer ponder on things. You could have stayed in situations in the past for 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 years. And you realize that the longer I stay, even when I know that it doesn't serve me, it's going to hold me back. It's a roadblock. You're in the way. I got to go. I got to move around it. I got to move away from it. I got to move out of it. I got to move through it, whatever it is. Here with the Wheel of Fortune, new cycles, bringing you good luck, bringing you transition in life, different opportunities that are bringing positive change. So like I said, you took a different road with the compass here. You took the road less traveled. So like I always say, even if it was a path that you didn't know where it would lead you to, you knew that it would lead you somewhere different than what you were used to. And the pattern that you were in was not conducive to your life. So basically, you took matters into your own hands. Yep, because of the Page of Wands here, you are definitely a risk taker. You are someone who definitely is up for a challenge. Even like I said with the Page of Pentacles that came out, it could be something new, but you are willing to put in effort to move forward. You're willing to, you know, take on the challenge. Okay, so here with the Page of Cups, someone could be coming toward you or something could be offered to you as far as like a new beginning. You could be receiving some type of message about like a creative beginning or something of that sort. Or this could be a person that may come towards you. This could be someone younger than you or someone who you look at as not as mature, even if they're older. Take what resonates. Spirit, what is this Page of Cups energy? So this could be someone coming towards you for a new offer. So they could try to basically pull on your heartstrings is what I'm getting, because they know that you're in your childlike energy. But please use your discernment, because they know you're headed towards success and prosperity. And this person could feel like they want to be a part. Yeah. With the Two of Wands here, be careful. Four of Pentacles, be careful. So yeah, they know that you are, you've overcome obstacles. You are headed toward a new direction, and you all by yourself. You are holding things close to your chest that you're working on, or things that are, you know, working out for you. You're very possessive over those things. Okay, with the Three of Cups here. In the reverse, yeah, like I said earlier, you're no longer overindulging or anything, but with the Three of Cups energy in the reverse, it is giving me the Three of Swords energy with the overindulgence, threes of crowd, adultery, affair. So I don't know. This could be somebody that is married or in an affair, or not an affair. This could have been someone who you've had an affair with. This could be someone who wants to have an affair with you. So they could be married or they could be in a commitment. Yeah, this reading is not going the way that I thought, but I can't, you know, help what comes out. I thought it was going in one direction, but it definitely took a turn. All right, so here with the Magician energy, yeah, you are definitely manifesting by taking your negative and turning it into positive, or you're transmuting that energy into something significant. You could definitely be someone who is of authority, who has a sturdy foundation, and you could be someone within the High Priestess energy who is very intuitive as well. So I'm also getting that the person, place, or thing that's coming toward you or that's trying to interrupt your flow, you already knew that. With the Emperor and the High Priestess here, you're in an energy where you've already foreseen this, where you already knew, even when you were in the midst of a situation, you already knew the outcome. You already knew that there was going to be a time where someone or something was going to turn back around, or tables were going to turn, and now that time is here, or that time is near. Any more, Spirit? And then I'm going to close this reading. Okay. So with the Four of Swords, yeah. So someone could definitely be in that energy where, you know, you could have taken some time out. You could have went through some things in the past that had you down for a minute. Like I said, in the Eight of Swords energy that came out earlier, you could have felt stuck. But now you're in an energy where you have recovered from that. And, you know, you were able to get out of that situation. You are no longer stuck. You don't have any swords in your back, even though the Ten of Swords didn't come out. I think it did. I think I did have that in the deck when I parted it earlier, but it didn't actually come out. But the Ten of Swords basically showing that the worst part is over. So for the most part, if you all, I'm getting that you all could be between two worlds right now, where the past is still around, or you could be at that very, 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 very end, where like you just gotta just jump over that tree branch, or, you know, jump on the other side of the riverbank, or whatever the case is. But yeah, for the most part, sorry, y'all. You can tell that hit a nerve. Yeah, with this devil energy here, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If this is the past trying to come towards you, this is so crazy, because look, they're wondering, how did you become so strong? So with this devil energy here, this person, place, or thing could still be in this energy. And I'm mainly getting a person, but I'm saying person, place, or thing just for the sake of the reading. But this could be someone from the past who is in this devil energy, who feels like they still have a chance with you because they're still lustful. They could be lusting after you. This could be someone who has addictions. This could be someone who is also dishonest. But with the strength that you have, sweetie, you're in good health as far as like mind, body, and spirit. So I'm getting that you are not going to fall for the okie doke, because you no longer have these desires. And with the Queen of Swords, you're very intelligent. And like I said, with the High Priestess and Emperor energy here, you already saw this coming. So you have your sword ready, because you already know. You're quick. You already know what time it is. You already know what type of time this person is on. You already saw it before it came into fruition. So with the High Priestess, you all, I'm sure, like I said earlier, you all are visionaries. So not just visionaries in the 3D where you can think of a goal to manifest as far as like a business or something like that. But I'm getting that you actually have foreseen this person, place, or thing coming toward you again. But that's how you know if you have truly passed the test. It has to come toward you again in order for you to know if you've gotten past it, or to know if you've healed from it. Or even if you're not completely healed, you're healed enough to say no. You're healed enough to not go back. You're healed enough to not repeat a cycle. So yeah, you're very intelligent. You already know. You already know. And I'm getting, this is why this person wants to come towards you, because they know that you're a very giving person. But this time you are using your discernment. This time you know who to give to and who not to give to. Like I said, you're quick. You already know. Since you're intuitive, you're able to weed out people real quick. You no longer stay in situations that kept you stuck. Like I said, you could have been stuck in the past 2, 4, 5, 8 years. But now you quickly pick up on things as soon as you even get an inkling. I'm talking about before you even get discernment in the 3D or in the physical with your eyes to see what this person is up to or what they may be trying to do. You already know. So you cut it out before it even gets started. Here with this communication, I'm getting like your spirit guides have already put you on. So some of you all could already be getting synchronicities. You've already had visions. You've already had signs. And you were able to get these intuitive nudges to move fast. Get away. Get out. Move around. I don't know what to title this reading. But if y'all can help me out, let me know. Yep. So here with this Two of Swords, you are blinded to the bullshit. Sorry, YouTube. But yeah, you're blinded. You're no longer falling for the okie doke. You're no longer falling for the illusions. You are no longer falling for, this is what I was saying earlier with the Ten of Wands. You're no longer falling for the burdens. The strength that you have mastered, the strength that was inside of you that this person, place, or thing didn't even know that you had, because you know when enough is enough. See, people think when you're in your childlike energy, because you love hard, because you see the good in people, that you're a dummy. That's not what that is for those who have that mindset. If you think that way, that's not what that means. Just because someone is in a childlike energy and they see the good in people, they give people a chance, and then they also give you a chance to redeem yourself, and they stay a little longer than what they should, and you're able to get away with some things. Just because a person doesn't speak on what they know or what they saw or what they heard does not mean that they're not aware. And they don't always have to sit in the physical. You will be amazed. I can speak for myself. God has shown me visions of people who have done things to me that they don't know that I know. That's how tapped in I am, where I have already seen things that have come into fruition or have not even come into fruition, but I'm 20 steps ahead of them, just because I didn't speak on it, or because I didn't broadcast it, or because I didn't plaster it on a poster or even on the back of my shirt. Exaggerating, but just saying. Just because I didn't make it known, they feel like, oh, Shay doesn't know, or Coco doesn't know, whatever name y'all refer to me as, for those who know me personally. It doesn't mean that I don't know. It does not mean. Sometimes I give you time to redeem yourself, or not even redeem. Be a woman or a man to admit it or step up. But majority of the time, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So, they have enough rope to hang themselves. But when you know better, you do better. When you have good intentions, you don't hurt people intentionally, especially those who don't deserve it, or especially those who are good to you. But sometimes people don't know how to, reciprocate. They're so low vibrational that they don't know how to step up and be a man or a woman of integrity. They don't know. They don't know how that works. But yeah. Anywho, I was about to go on a rant, but I'm not even going to do that. So here with the Death card, you all have put an end. Coffin, baby. You put an end to those cycles. You put an end to persons, places, things, mindsets, patterns, habits, addictions. You are no longer stuck. You have basically experienced Phoenix of the Rising, or Rising of the Phoenix. Sorry, I said that backwards. But Rising of the Phoenix, you've experienced a transformation. You have experienced a rebirth. You are no longer in those cycles. You're past that. So whatever tactics that people used in the past that had you hooked, or they were able to put their fangs in you, no more. Like that, your mindset doesn't even operate that way anymore. Like that's just not where you are. Like, come better. Try something different. Try something new. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for my collective? I'm going to wrap this up. Okay, so your dreams need a practical plan. And like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles here, you all are definitely taking matters into your own hands. And you are laying everything brick by brick to build your foundation. Look at the bigger picture. So I'm getting at the things that happened to you in your past. They only made you stronger. It's not something that is keeping you in a victim mode or a victim mentality. And don't let your past hold you back. I cannot stress that enough. Even in my last reading, I kept saying, go within. Don't think that the cards that you were dealt is something that you have to stay stuck with, okay? So please do not let your let your hold let your past hold you back or feel like you are anchored as far as like staying in place or staying stuck. Okay, I love you all so very much. My name is Empress Coco. Again, I hope you enjoyed the message. It did go left, and that doesn't mean that's a bad thing, but I wasn't expecting this reading to turn out the way that it did. But I'm also going to go with the energy. Spirit wanted you all to have that message for a reason. But I'm going to end it there. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And also leave me comments. Y'all don't comment. Like, what's going on? Like, y'all, I guess y'all just don't love me enough to leave me a comment. I do like to talk. I say that in my videos all the time, that I'm a talker. I was probably born talking. I was in the womb probably talking, okay? I know that God gave me a voice, as a gift. And I'm waiting. Like I be wanting to look into the comments to see what y'all have to say, but I'm like, dang, they don't love me enough to leave me a comment or say anything. So if it's on your heart, please do so. But until then, I am out. It's Empress Coco. Ciao.